Hello and welcome to Yuen Method Talk Radio. We're broadcasting live from West Hills, California. In a moment, you will experience unique insight and one-of-a-kind perspective from Shaolin Grandmaster Dr. Yuen. Dr. Yuen, DC, has worked with patients for over 30 years and has been the world's foremost expert and leading Grandmaster of Shaolin Kung Fu for nearly half a century. He's a well-known author and martial artist, frequently appearing on the covers of different martial arts magazines. He was also the technical and Kung Fu advisor on the original Kung Fu TV series, and thus was instrumental in bringing authentic Kung Fu to the international audience. To talk to Dr. Yuen, please call in now or visit our website. The guest call-in number is 646-478-3782. You can ask us a question anytime on our website. You will also find out about our exciting upcoming live events on our website. To ask Dr. Yuen a question, please visit yuenmethod.com/ask. That's yuenmethod.com/ASK. Now, here he is, live on the air, Dr. Yuen.
We're going to delete your pain and stress live. So, way to go. Thanks, team.
317.
Okay, 317, you are on live. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me out. I need to move, and I am having anxiety about getting rid of things that are either sentimental, but I need to downsize.
Okay.
Well, that sounds something that people commonly have. Even though it seems that way to you, but it's really not a weakness indicating that's what it is. So, and now let's look at the situation for the first, perceiving the first weakness. So whatever you say it is, it's not quite what it is, okay? So, and looking at that situation, it's really the energy you're so used to where you're at, and you want to be strong to that energy, and then pretty much hit your deletion key to delete the cumulative effects of it, and then continue to process it. Now, see, you think about what you said earlier. Now, does it still have the same similar effect on you? What you said?
I'm okay with moving. It's letting go of the stuff.
All right, so you still have to let go of the things that are still affecting you, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, letting go.
So like I said earlier when I said that, it's not exactly that. It's really keeping it. And when you look at it more specifically, if you have to keep everything, that's what bothers you. It's not about letting go. Of course, it's just the same, right? So keeping it, letting it go. So you want to be neutral, keeping, not keeping, letting go, not letting go, and be strongly neutral about it, and also resolve your previous experience from the past that had those cumulative effects. Now, think about your situation again about letting go now. What's that seem like?
It feels a little bit different.
Right, it's different. Okay, so let's make it more than a little bit. So we will just strengthen you for your physical awareness and your physical knowing, okay? So that had to be stronger, that fit into that structure there, okay? How about now?
Okay. Feels good.
It's stronger now, right? So
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep pushing you to that direction and becoming stronger and stronger, okay? So you have no question about those things.
Okay.
Okay, is that better? You're more in charge now?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. You're great. So you got a good computer there. So
You're moving in the direction of strength. Thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you. Can you help with Alzheimer's if you have a mother or a grandfather that had it and a mother that's concerned about it?
well, you definitely have to make improvement in that direction. So again, you have to feel what it really is. So it's more of a mental thing instead of a brain function. Okay, so we separate the two, then ensure that the mind not continuously confuse the brain. So we could process that once we could feel the weakness. The weakness really direct us what has to be done. All right. So now, when you think about your mother concerned about it, are you still connecting with her concern?
Yes. She's very concerned about it.
Okay, so you connect with her concern, right? So now let's look at that situation. So this is more like mother, but it's not exactly that what you say concerned about the Alzheimer. Okay, so now think about your mother again. Now compare before. What's it seem right now? You still could pick up her concern what's that?
Oh, her concern?
Yeah, you still pick up her concern affecting you as before, as much as before?
Yes, it's a little bit better, yes.
Okay, so it's different, right? So it's really your concern about motherhood comes first besides Alzheimer's specifically, right? So you want to do a general strengthening and deleting for the mother concern or motherhood concern more than Alzheimer's. And then, of course, there's a weakness of forgetting. The reason why people have dementia, senility, and Alzheimer's is that they continue in their life using forgetting to kind of postpone the problems that bothers them. So using forgetting as a tool is not a good thing, because after 20, 30 years, 40 years, people perfect that. And it's nothing wrong with the brain. It's really a confusion of the mind. So if you look at that and remove the mental weakness or mental illnesses that affects people, then people will not have any, dementia, senility, and Alzheimer's. Okay?
Okay, that feels better. So when you help her, did that help me also?
The whole family, right? So you have to improve the family. Then, of course, you improve your friends and the rest of the community, right? So you have to expand out from you and family to you. So when your family improve, you improve too, right? So you can't just say, well, I'm going to improve. I don't care about improving my family. It doesn't work like that, right? So it involves everybody. You have to improve your cats and dogs too. So that's family, right? So.
That's one of the benefits, actually, of the clinic, because over 5 weeks, you can be a surrogate for other people that you love and care about, whether it's your kids or your parents or your grandparents, and submit issues for them, just like you saw Dr. Yuen do just now.
Oh, your hamster.
So,
no, I'm kidding.
But it's great, because, as you improve too, your whole family and the people around you, you will start to improve also, and notice that. So that's great.
Well, thank you for calling in. So keep in tune, okay?
Thanks
Keep
for
in touch.
calling in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll take another caller.
All right. 219.
219, you're on live.
Hello.
Hello, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
How are you today? What's your name?
You're welcome. My name is Judy.
Judy, okay. So what's going on, Judy?
I have pain in my neck. I've had it for 2 weeks. I went to the doctor after 1 week, and I received medication. I'm out of the medication, and I still can't lay down. I can't move my head to turn when I'm laying down, and it hurts all day long, but it's especially bad at night.
Okay, so your neck is bothering you. So you have a baseline of how that feels right now when you rotate your neck. There's pain there?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And you're on medication, you said?
I just used the last of it this morning.
Okay, so let's first strengthen you to the medication. And it's not really coming from your neck. It's actually coming from your sacrum, which is called referred pain. So a lot of times if you feel pain in a specific part of your body, it's really coming from somewhere else. So we're going to strengthen your sacrum, and we're going to strengthen your spinal cord to your left brain and your right foot, and also some weaknesses with children. So I just strengthened that. Now, why don't you go ahead and rotate your neck again and see if you feel a change.
Not really.
Okay, so your perception is, I'm just going to speed up your perception since the medication there's a little bit of confusion. Sometimes the medication confuses your spinal cord. So I'm going to strengthen you, and I'm going to also strengthen your perception. And there's a little bit of overwhelming emotions there. So I'm going to delete your emotions out and some of where you're living. I'm strengthening where you're living and some weaknesses inside your house. So as I do this, are you feeling a shift in your neck?
I am.
Okay, good. So it's getting lighter.
Yes.
Okay, is it gone?
No.
So you still feel it a little bit.
But I can't.
You can turn it more?
Yes, but I can turn my head.
Okay.
I couldn't turn my head toward my shoulders.
Okay.
I can turn my head.
Okay, you can turn your head. Okay, so let's just work on that a little bit more. I feel that there's some resistance, and it's not the resistance in your neck, it's the resistance in your life. And what I feel is that there's some struggle going on in your life and where you're at, and you're resisting going forward. And you're really carrying a lot of emotions in your heart center. And so I'm going to delete that and make sure that you're really coming from your brain and your physical intelligence. So because your physical intelligence right now is only operating at like 10%. So let's increase that to 100%. 100% infinite potential so that you don't have any more pain in your neck. So as I did that, how do you feel now?
I feel better.
You feel better.
Right,
No, that's great.
Well, that's great.
It is a family problem.
It's family related, but we just, like I said, once you get to the root cause of what the problem is, it goes away. And those were the answers that you needed. And you can do this too. I'm just pinpointing what it is, and I'm deleting it out of you. So it's really quick. So I'm glad you were able to experience that shift in your neck so quickly. And thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much for calling. So as you can see, a pain in the neck can be coming from somewhere else in your body. So for those of you who are watching who also have neck pain, think about how you're feeling in your body as we're deleting pain, because everyone on this live stream will benefit. So all the callers, if you're resonating with what someone else has, your pain will start to go away too. And that's the most amazing thing about the Yuen method, is that it's not limited by distance. And it's group synergy. So we want everybody, I know a lot of people are writing in and they're, with their specific issues. So pay attention to how you're feeling as we take all our other callers. So thanks again. Charles, we'll take another caller.
Hi, 404.
404, you're on live.
Yes, how you doing, morning?
Hi.
Dr.Yuen.
How you
Hi.
doing?
Pretty good.
Who are we speaking with today? Your name?
I want to be a surrogate improvement for my mother. She's been suffering with bouts of depression and low energy levels.
Okay, and how does that make you feel, that your mother's suffering from depression and low energy?
It kind of, makes me feel a little uneasy.
Uneasy.
I can't really help her.
Okay, but when you think about that, does that bother you, that you can't help her?
Yes.
Okay, so so that's great. So one, we're going to help her, but two, more importantly, you can learn how to do this, and you can help your mother, but it's not so much helping as it is directing her to, just a better way of life. So when I tune into your mother right now, what I pick up is the reason why she has low energy is her spinal cord is very drained, and she's operating at like 10% right now. So I'm going to increase her energy levels and all of her organ systems and her brain connection to her spinal cord, increase that vitality to 100% infinite potential. And your connection with her, I'm going to strengthen so that so instead of feeling bad that you can't help her, you want to direct her strength. So right now, and for those of you who have parents that you're worried about, if you think about them just for a second and you direct them strength right on their spinal cord, like right where their spine is, just that thought energy will strengthen them from a distance. So you could go ahead and do that with me now and she'll become stronger. But her energy feels 100% now. And the depression, I'm going to strengthen. It's really financial, and there's some trauma there from past, not this life, but past life. So I'm going to delete all her negative traumas, negative experiences, and especially financially. So let's delete that out of her and increase her energy level so she just feels more vitality, so that depression just goes away. So now that I've done that, how does it feel when you think about your mom?
Feels better. Feels a lot smoother.
It feels smoother. Okay, great. That's great. And so how are you feeling though, your energy levels?
Okay, I have been having a little anxiety when it comes to finances. You know, I'm still trying to get things going financially.
Okay, so when you think about your finances, you feel a little bit of anxiety?
Yes.
Okay, so I see some people in the chat talking about that too as well. So anybody on the chat, and including you, I'm going to delete all your financial issues and worries and stress and any kind of grief about it. For you in particular, I feel that there's something in your life that you were just recently involved with. What was your last job?
My last job was driving to FedEx, but I went into a business venture and things didn't work out.
You went into yeah, that's what I'm feeling. You went into a business venture that didn't work out, and you know that's what I'm picking up your weaknesses, because that last deal is really preventing you. It's almost like you feel like you failed, and that's preventing you from moving forward. So what we need to do is, so when you think about that, does that bother you? Because I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete that negative experience. And not only that, I'm going to delete all your previous experiences and wipe those out. All your negative experiences with business and collective negative influences and karmas that were really related to that. So you were involved with a business partner?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some karma there and some you owe me, I owe you energy. So owing each other. So let's delete all of that out and the reason why it failed. And let's make you strong. So when you think, let's change your future so that whatever you touch, you have the Midas touch, that you attract success, right? That's what you want, right?
Right.
So think about that. Think about you just stepping into your power, and whatever you attract will be successful. Does that feel good to you?
Yeah, that's feel more confident.
You feel more confident. Good. Okay, great. So I deleted anything that could possibly weaken you, so that now you'll just automatically attract that. Have you learned this, the Yuen method?
Yes, I bought the book, and I've talked to Dr. Yuen before.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
he's from Atlanta, right?
You're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been to Atlanta. We love Atlanta. Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Well, yeah, come join us on the next pod. It starts next week. It sounds like you really love this and be into it and be able to help your parents and your loved ones and do great with your business coming up and your next venture. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks for calling. Hope to see you in the future on one of our courses or clinics. Okay, we'll take another caller.
928.
Okay, 928, you're on live. 928, I can hear you. Are you there? Yes, you're on live.
Take another one.
Okay, we'll take another one.
503.
Okay, 503. 503, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, 503. You're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, wonderful. So I've got some stress, anxiety, and worry around business and finances. I just had a
Business and
major loss and in a business situation.
Mm-hmm.
And where we had it cost me a lot of money. And so I'm basically starting over, and I'm 50 years old, and I've got a full-time father, and my son living with me full-time, so I've just got a lot of stress and worry and anxiety, and I feel like there's a lot of things we need to do in terms of future inventions and product development, but feeling blocked and getting started on that.
Okay, so you want to move forward with new inventions, but you're feeling blocked because of like negative experiences in the past and some stress. So do you have any pain in your body before we start? You can baseline how you feel.
A little bit of tension throughout my neck, and a little bit anxiety in the gut.
Okay, so tension around your neck and anxiety in the gut. Okay, so for those of you who are watching this and listening, pay attention also to how you're feeling, because we are doing deletions for the entire group as well, so everybody will benefit. So what I feel in your neck, that tension and in your gut, is really just like an overstimulating feeling. really about decisions, and decisions just in general weaken you. So can you relate to that? Just decisions, when you think about making a decision, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I made financial decisions that I'm feeling like weren't wise, and
Right.
spent a lot of money on stuff that. And I've also got a related to all this is there's a business partner that I've got to clean things up with as well. So there's a lot of anxiety around that.
Okay, so first let's look at your business partner. And usually, 9 out of 10 times there's karma there. So we want to strengthen you so that it's clean slate, so that you're totally strong with the energy, and that whatever you do together will be strong. So, and I feel some weakness there, but
yeah, I don't want to work with them anymore.
You don't want to work with them anymore. Okay, well, yeah, okay, so I hear that a lot. So let's delete any past anxiety with money. It's really not about money though. What I really feel is relationship stress. So sometimes you can think it's money, but when you really look at the root causes of the sources and reasons, it has to do with relationships. So I'm feeling a relationship weakness. So I'm going to delete the relationship weakness. And it really goes back to when you were growing up and your parents' relationship and your ancestors' relationships. And I'm going to delete it down to human history, any kind of relationship weaknesses that I feel. And just deleting those relationship weaknesses, I'd like you rotate your neck and tell me how your gut is feeling. Is there a change?
Yeah, I actually feel like there's more stuff coming up to the surface of my gut right now.
Okay, but how is your neck though? Do you feel looser?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit looser. Okay, so let's look at your gut. Your gut really comes right when you said that, I felt your father. So there's some father weaknesses I'm going to delete, and just negative emotions in general, and the Pentagon effect. So I'm going to delete that and strengthen your spinal cord to a lot of the weaknesses around you, your collective and cultural, and your internal and external dynamics. So with work and just your life hexagon in general. So strengthening that, how do you feel in your gut?
Probably about a 50% improvement.
Okay, there's something that you don't want to do, and that thought is really potent. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that thought, because consciously you're saying you want to go forward with strength, and subconsciously you don't want to do it. And there's like this struggle energy that I'm feeling between your conscious and subconscious. So I'm going to delete that out of you so that your conscious and subconscious are congruent. So some of those negative experiences in past lives are even weakening you, so that you almost fear success. I mean, that's crazy. It sounds crazy, right? Like you fear success. But when you think about being ultra successful, I'd like you to just think about that. And for those of you who are listening, think about being ultra successful. Do you think you're strong with that?
Yeah, I definitely resonate when there's that real subtle fear of success,
There's a fear there. So more importantly, let's delete that fear of success, and let's delete any kind of suppression, denial, numbing, shutting down mentally or physically, completely out of your system, 100% infinite potential, so that there's no mental thoughts about it. Because the last thing you want to do is mentally think about it. You want to completely get your mind out of your body, right, Dr.?
Sure.
Is his mind out of his body? What percentage?
It looks pretty good. You did a good job there, Monty. So we just have to wake up his brain.
Wake up your brain. Okay.
Yeah, your brain, your mind is kind of relax your brain too much. So.
Okay, so now how's your gut feeling?
much better. I'd say it's about 80-90%.
Well, let's make that 100%.
Yeah, remember we say, she wanted to make you 100%.
We want to make you 100%. So.
Well, that's easy enough. I mean, your brain is what really want to improve you physically. Your mind, play tricks with you. Sometimes it want to improve you, but there are many times your mind will just kind of trip you up on purpose. So your brain would never do that. Your brain is part of your physical potential, and it always give you the support that your mind will not do. So now that should give you a shift right there.
You feel that?
Wonderful. What about
You feel 100%?
Yeah, there's the, 95. Feeling worthy of success.
Worthy of success. So all of you watching this, did you hear that? Worthy of success. We all want to be worthy of success. We're going to strengthen everybody on the live stream.
He's strong with that, and everybody
right.
listening are strong with that. The weakness is just triggered the opposite. See, when you're strong with your success,
you think of the opposite.
And no, you don't think the opposite. The opposite experience comes up and
gets you.
Yeah.
The opposite experience weakens you so much that it causes you pain, and then you never get what you want. Isn't that?
Well, it'd be weaker. So the opposite, you have to strengthen the opposite effect. So there would be no opposite effect, and you'd be totally in one direction of achieving the success and not trigger the opposite. So what's that seem like now?
It's good. Did you follow that? You have any questions?
I didn't quite hear it all.
Okay, when you repeat it.
Well, what Dr. Yuen did was he strengthened you so that when you think about success and being worthy of success, that you're also strong for the opposite. Because sometimes when you think about it, it triggers the opposite experience. So the whole goal of the Yuen method is to be neutral, so that you can have it, you cannot have it, and you're just neutral. So if you think about it, if you don't think about it, and being worthy of success, not being worthy of success, you're just neutral. So do you feel 100% with that now? Moving forward with strength, and worthy in business, and strong with your partner, and whatever you do, it's automatically going to happen now because you're programmed for it.
Wonderful.
Did you follow that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions?
Well, how about, can you give us all a boost for any blocks to just being joy and being in the moment and living in flow?
Okay, good. The whole stream probably wants that. So
well, you don't want to be at the moment. Joy is good, but you want to joy expand all the way up to infinite future. I mean, in a distant future.
Joy in the distant future. You feel good with that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be at the moment. That's what a lot of experts, want you to be at the moment. But when you kind of strong at the moment, it's really you choose to be stuck. So you should be always moving into the future with the future.
Okay. Well, thanks for being so open and joining us today. And I'm glad we were able to strengthen you so that you now go out there and attract amazing things.
That's great. You did a great job. Thank you for calling.
Stay in touch with us and let us know.
So I want to say it again. People have to be strong as they move into the future and not attempt to stay at the moment. That's kind of like a common cliche, to stay at the moment, but it doesn't work that well. Okay.
We need to be at the speed of the planet.
Or speed of light.
The speed of light. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. But your quantum particle in your physical body is moving at speed of light, or even beyond the speed of light. So we have that physical capability. We just have to connect with the rest of our body to move that quick.
So our cells, molecules, atoms, quantum particles, let's strengthen everyone for the speed of light in their cells, molecules, atoms, quantum particles, speed up their brain, turn their receivers on so that everybody watching this is just you're going to feel better right now. Sound good? Okay, we're going to take another caller. And as we're taking another caller, I'm reading the stream, and there's all kinds of people writing in about stress, anxiety, and pain and specific issues. So I just want to re-emphasize that we are reaching out to everybody on here. So as others get better, you will too. Okay, next caller.
415.
415, San Francisco, you're on live. Hi.
Is it? Oh, good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was 415.
That's great. What's your name?
My name's Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte. How are you feeling today?
Well, pretty good. I have a couple of health issues. I was wondering if you and Dr. Yuen could look at them.
Sure. What would you like first? What's your primary concern?
The first thing is that I was just diagnosed with Entamoeba histolytica, which is an amoeba that I picked up when I was traveling.
Okay. And what are your symptoms with that?
And well, I've just finished a course of antibiotics for that,
okay.
which was quite hard on my body,
Okay.
and so what I'm hoping that I'd like to make sure that the amoebas are gone, so I don't have to do it again, the antibiotics. And also, I'd like to be strengthened so that when I travel, so that I'm not picking stuff like this up.
Okay. So where did you travel to? Can I ask? Because I feel a weakness there.
Oh, to Mexico.
To Mexico. Okay. That we can do just Mexico. What do you feel, Dr. Yuen?
No, you're right. So
Okay, so we're going to strengthen Mexico. We're also going to strengthen your central nervous system is weak to the what you just did, the antibiotics. So we need to strengthen your cells, molecules, atoms, down to the quantum particles, all the way up and down your body structure, your systems, your organs, your tissues, and really strengthen your physical intelligence and your physical potential up to 100%, because that did drain you. But the root cause of why that happened, it has to do with that weakness in Mexico, and I feel some family weaknesses, and you also have a time weakness. So the root cause and reason that time is like something in the past affecting that time period. So when were you there? When did this occur?
Let's see, from February 14th to March 7th.
Okay, so that period of time, there was actually a trauma from that exact period of time in a different life. Do you follow? So we need to go back to that experience and delete it out of you, because that was actually weakening you in this life, and that's why it happened at that particular time. So it's not always what you think it is. In fact, it's never what you think it is. So I deleted that out of you.
Oh, that's amazing.
So do you feel better from just strengthening you to those specific issues?
Yes, when you described what it was, I just felt a release of energy going up my spine.
Okay, great. That's exactly what we're doing. Is the deletion is on your midline, on your spine, and so you will feel more energy there, as well as in the next couple of days. Is your energy is going to fully come back to 100%, and so that will have absolutely no effect on you. And there's also some family issues. I'm going to strengthen your internal and external dynamics, so that what's inside of your house and also what's coming in from the external environment has no effect on you. So how do you feel now?
I feel quite strong in my core.
Okay, good.
So you have more confidence, right? That you're not going to repeat the same experience, right?
Yes. Excuse me. I just feel like the whole. There were a few things that happened in Mexico, which is makes the you saying that this has happened in a past life feel so strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
So no, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I'm following you.
Oh yes. So I was stung by a stingray. I got the flu. There were all these weird things.
Right.
So that's really. It just feels I feel much stronger along my back.
Great. So it'll really have no effect on you. I mean, we cleaned out your whole entire central nervous system, strengthened you to the antibiotics and that experience, so that moving forward you'll move with strength, and that's it. And so and join us for our teleclinic starting next week, and keep going with it for 5 calls.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I have one more. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Hello.
we still got you.
Oh, hello.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, great. I just when I found out I did have the amoebas, I sprained my ankle very bad.
Okay, so
is that part of that whole sort of period too?
I do feel that, but the ankle isn't really coming from your ankle; it's coming from your wrist, and that's really coming from a mother issue. So not really. So I'm going to strengthen that. Let's get rid of your ankle pain and strengthen you to all those influences, and mother influences is what I feel. How does your ankle feel now?
It's still quite sore on the outside of my foot.
On the outside of your foot. Okay, so what it's really coming from.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do some more just quick changes for you on the internal side of your peritoneum and your right brain. And now how does that feel?
Oh, that's great. That's relieved it a lot.
Relieved. Okay, great.
Where I really twisted it. Oh, thank you so much.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
You know, continue with us next week on our clinic. Dr. Yuen is a 5-week clinic, and each week you can submit an issue. So, you know, this is great, but I encourage everybody to sign up for that clinic, because every week for 5 weeks, Dr. Yuen will personally work with you. And, you know, once you join in the membership area, you can submit an issue every week. So if that interests you, we'd love to have you.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm certainly going to consider it.
Okay,
All right,
thank
thank
you so
you.
much. I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay, we're going to continue with another caller, and then we're going to answer some questions at the end that are in the chat. So just to let you know, in the chat box, in the stream, you can go ahead and click on those admin links, and it'll take you to all the information that you need as far as what starts next week live, because we do have a course coming up, Module 8, to learn how to do this on yourself and others and your loved ones and experience it. And it does start live. Like I said, there's a live Q&A every week. And there also is a clinic that starts next week. And the clinic's a little bit different because it's a small group, and Dr. Yuen works with you every week for 5 weeks. And I notice I'm seeing here a lot of people have specific issues that you're writing in about, and Dr. Yuen will work with you over that 5-week period to completely delete all your pain and stress. So, okay, like I said, those links will give you all the information to the 5-week teleclinic, the training module 8, and the 7, 8, 9 modules. So go ahead and click on them and read all about it there. Okay, next caller.
All right, 661.
661, you're on live.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello. I have a kind of I'll just say it, it's kind of bizarre. I have digestive issues that I was diagnosed with last year. At the same time, I had prostate issues and post-ejaculatory pain. So I'm wondering if you guys might be able to help me with that.
Okay, so what symptoms are you feeling currently? Just to get a baseline.
Well, it's celiac. It's celiac disease, gluten. So it seems like whenever I lie down, my guts really hurt me.
Okay.
I wake up every morning with like upper gut pain. And sex is kind of painful after ejaculation, and there's pain in the genitals and the lower abdomen, so.
Okay, so let's look at that. So you said first that laying down, the horizontal position, there's a weakness there, and actually in the position, there's also a weakness when you sleep. So, and there's also a weakness when you lie down on your back, and it's a positional weakness. So I'm going to strengthen you to those 3 things: the position weakness, lying down. There's a nighttime weakness, and there's negative spiritual experiences. It's not so much physical that I feel, that it's negative spiritual experiences. So Dr. Yuen is strengthening you also here. Do you pick up anything?
Well, you're doing a great job.
It's so powerful.
It's powerful. Is that what I heard? It
so
is.
Powerful. Like under my chest, it feels like you guys are lifting me up. Wow.
Well, that's what we want to do. We're here to lift you up, literally. So let's keep going.
I mean, literally, it feels like you're lifting me. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good. I'm glad you're feeling it. You're open, and that's great. That's what we want to hear. You're very open to receiving. So that's great. And like I said, we're strengthening the whole audience to listening. So we're going to strengthen you for getting up in the morning. That we can do. And you said that ejaculation, there's pain. So it's not. That's not
actually post ejaculation.
It's post,
yeah.
But it's not physical. I don't pick up on a physical weakness. What I do pick up on is an emotional weakness. And so there's some guilt that you feel after, and there's a
sure.
So when that
yes.
The guilt is what's causing you the pain, and so we don't need to get into the details of why you feel the guilt, but let's just delete it. So we're going to delete any guilt, any overwhelming emotions and anxiety about that, and there's some suppression there, and it's not so much you, but it's carried within your grandfather line. So it's almost like you have that miasm from all your grandparents and past life grandparents and other fathers, and they also had the same issue. So let's delete that out of your.
Well, there's also sexual abuse my life too. I was a guilty victim of that. So
it's sexual abuse. Okay, so any memories?
Yeah.
So let's look at that. Sexual abuse can be deleted. There's some karma there with who sexually abused you. So, and it's not direct. It's usually there's karma, but when I look at it, there's 3 different types of karma. There's partial, indirect, and direct. And so with this, I'm feeling there's an indirect karma. So I'm going to delete that indirect karma. And there's some negative spiritual experiences and negative emotions and all the collective emotions that is associated with that. I'm going to delete down to 0, minus infinity, up to 100% infinite potential, so that your cells, your molecules, and your atoms have no memory of this at all. So when you think about that sexual abuse, does it still have an effect on you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so
but it's less though, right?
It seems better. It's definitely better.
Right.
okay, so let's speed up your perception and make that 100%. There's the trauma. There's a trauma weakness, and siblings, and anger. There's specific anger there that needs to be completely deleted, and you actually hold that in your reproductive organs. So I'm going to delete that completely and fully in the past and in the future, so that now in the future you don't have that post effect of that pain. So when you think about that, how do you feel?
Wow, I feel wonderful. I feel elated.
I feel that actually.
Literally a weight. Yeah.
A weight. I can feel it tuning into you. You feel lighter and freer, and like a lot of space opened up in your reproductive organs. And
literally the pelvic girdle opened up. It's absolutely incredible. I can feel it.
That's great. I feel that, and it's great that you called in and then you got through to us, because if this is preventative also. I mean, it not only gets rid of pain, but it's the effects of it. If you don't get rid of it, it gets worse. So it was your time, and you're ready and open. So I'm glad that was deleted. Dr. Yuen, do you have anything to add?
I'm so blessed and lucky, and I'm going to become a practitioner. It's going to happen soon. So.
That's great. That's great. Join module 8 that's starting next week. We'd love to have you. And like I said, there's always more. Even if you're an advanced practitioner, I encourage you, join the clinic, because there's, you're always going to that next level, and
he's always updating.
There's
right?
always an update, and it's great to just stay updated and get the latest updates. And what you want to describe? What does your updates mean, Dr. Yuen, when you say stay updated?
You could be faster, more specific, and really get to the level where you could improve anyone you want to improve, and you'll be able to answer any question anyone present to you, and resolve anyone's problem. And not only that, you actually direct other people to do the same for the rest of humanity. And that's how the whole human race is going to change for the better, without believing in anything or having a conversion of religion. So it's just a matter of just finding those weaknesses and not having those weaknesses anymore, and things improve.
Okay. So I'm glad that you got to experience this, like I said. And for those of you who want to stay updated, join us next week, because we got more good stuff coming your way.
Well, you always have to update, right? So otherwise, the universe is constantly changing, and we have to update ourselves to keep up with the changes in the universe. And there are so many things that constantly transmitting to us that we have to update just to receive the new or the more answers to resolve any problems that come up.
Right, and the Yuen method is something that, I use this every day. There's a day that goes by where I'm not strengthening myself, and it's a
not
process.
Just a strange part of your life. It's not. It's part of your life. It's just like it's like you breathe every day, right? So
it's like drinking water. And
that's right. So
walking.
It's just a natural thing. It's not like something you do that's unnatural. This is what humans have forgotten what to do for themselves and their family. And we have experts that kind of confuse the rest of humanity so they can't take care of themselves, which is not a good thing.
Okay, so I'm looking at the chat right now, and I see a lot of questions coming in. People asking about identifying weaknesses so that you can delete what's causing severe work stress. For those specific questions, to take the module training because you learn this and Dr. Yuen teaches you how to do the deletion. This is more of a live demonstration, but if you really want to learn this,
we could train them that they don't have to like train or discipline themselves to acquire the skill that they already have. They just didn't recognize they have it.
Okay, and so I see some other questions about deletion and whatnot. So let's go ahead and answer some of these questions.
Okay.
Let's see. My daughter is 6 months pregnant and was just diagnosed with pregnancy diabetes. I'm concerned about my daughter and my granddaughter. That's Christina. So Dr. Yuen, what do you have to say about that?
Well, what I'm saying about it, there's really not any weakness there. That concern it really came from other illnesses that the grandmother or would-be grandmother have, and we just have to resolve those so she doesn't bring it into the next 2 generations.
Okay, Scott says, I have a fear of hurting others with this work, making mistakes. Well, let me tell you, Scott, there's no mistakes you can make. You can't really hurt people with this, Dr. Yuen, right?
No, not at all. Not even if you try to hurt them, you couldn't hurt them.
Okay, let's see. There's some more people. George said he has pain in his feet, ankles, knee, lower back, chest, and financial difficulty. So George, we are strengthening you to that pain. Let's strengthen everybody for, in general, financial difficulty. So Dr. Yuen, what do you pick up for? Let's strengthen everyone for their finances. What do you feel with?
Well, what I feel in the group is that everyone had to be uniformly even throughout their body. Okay, there's a lot of unevenness there. So that kind of raised the experience of struggling, and then they think they're struggling with finances, but in reality they're not. So if they think they're struggling with finances and they're not really struggling with finances, actually make that manifest. But it's really the wrong answer create that situation. So everyone had to be evenly strong throughout their body, like all the structure be even. And the systems and the organs and the tissues and the cells and the molecules and atoms, the quantum particle, they all have to be strongly even with each other and support each other synergistically. So each one would go beyond themselves. So money is surrounded the whole planet. So we just have to the wrong advisors to tell you how to handle your finances. In reality, you just have to be strong in receiving the finances that surround you.
Right. So does everyone feel strong now?
Well, we'll make it stronger and stronger. Right?
All right. So we're glad everybody joined us here today because just listening to this will strengthen you and make you feel better. Like I said, it's not limited by distance, and we do these live streams monthly. So feel free, join us on the next one. Or like I said, if you really want to go further with this, because I'm feeling you. I'm looking at the live stream right now, and I'm reading some. It says, "Do you guys work on world peace?" Do we work on world peace?
Well, the individual have to be strong too. So, and the family have to be at peace with each other. And then your community has to be strong, and then you expand out to the world. Okay, you cannot just jump into the world and you have conflict with your family members, right? So, or yourself. So those have to be resolved, and it only take you a few seconds to resolve those, right? So.
Right, and there's some other questions on here about life purpose and strengthening for that, so we will strengthen you. And if you go to our website, yuenmethod.com, we do have specialty courses. So for life purpose, we do have other module trainings, module 1, 2, 3, module 4, 5, 6, and those are 4, 5, 6 are specialty courses on relationships, finances, less aging. But like I said, next week live, we do have module 8, which is all about deleting overwhelm and stress and anxiety. And you can go ahead and submit questions every week. And so, Dr. Yuen, is there anything else you'd like to add about, your live events?
Well, the live event is not something that you have to listen with a lot of attention. You just connect with it, and it connects with you, right? It's pretty much download, and people already know it. We just have to ensure that they have to update the download and make things happen for them automatically.
So in the module training, Dr. Yuen will strengthen you so that your receiver, your brain receiver is on. You're able to download all this information and use it in an amazing way so that you can delete other people's pain and stress, which is simple. We all can do this. And he's trained hundreds of thousands of people around the globe. We have certified practitioners and instructors. You can go to our website and check that out for yourself. And all of our courses and clinics, like I said, if you click on that admin notice, you'll see 3 links for the Module 8 coming up live next week, the 5-week teleclinic. And if you have any other questions at all, you can go ahead and email us at contactus@yuenmethod.com. But I'm so happy that everybody joined us today. We will be sending this replay out. So again, we will have more streams coming up in the future that are free. And we also have a club monthly that you can check out on our website. And that's really reasonable. And you can stay connected with Dr. Yuen every month and submit your specific issue. So again, we thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to you participating in some of Dr. Yuen's events.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Marnie, and your contribution to connecting with all the other people out there.
It's great. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to take all these live callers and delete your pain and stress, because we are not here to suffer. We're here to live an extraordinary, amazing life and achieve what it is we want, need, and desire with ease. And that's really what it's all about. So like I said, if you want more, we got more coming soon, so stay tuned. Thanks again, everyone, and have a great night.